Hello, everybody, and welcome to Roll20 Presents Tomb of Annihilation. It's good to be back. We're sans le Dave, which is why there's a lovely picture of Malik down in the corner there, and not Dave's usual lovely ridiculous face. So we're gonna be out one Dave, which is interesting because his character might end up getting thrown off of a cliff today.
Yeah,
but you know what? That's okay. That's on him. We'll when we come back, we may have a whole new Dave. We'll see. The three of you have some terror folk to deal with first.
a whole new day.
I'm just gonna here. How do I get rid of Elf? Which one is Elf?
No,
You're fired. You're fired from the show. Nope, that was it. All right, never mind. I can't figure out how to do it. I guess you can stay. You can stay.
Cool.
Yeah,
Sweet.
you can stay because I don't know how to get rid of you. So
We
how
can
is
also
everybody?
we can also do the whole starting of a brand new Dave.
Oh, God, you're making it worse.
All
It's not. You're not making it better.
right.
I mean, you are the one that said a brand new Dave.
Yeah, but I didn't mean it as a joke. I was just. You know what? All right, we're all terrible. We're all terrible. It's fine.
I am not terrible.
Yeah, don't paint me with the same brush.
Yeah.
Okay, don't look at me.
Hi, friends.
I don't know who you're looking at.
Hello.
I'm looking at all of you. I see
You're just
you.
looking at the camera.
I'm hyped to be back.
Me
I feel
too.
like we haven't D&D'd for a while, and like I want to get my rolling D20s on and stabbing of terrafolk on.
Mhm. Yeah, these nasty
my
terror
God.
folk, they need to get what's coming to them.
Also, I haven't been able to do this for a while, so it's
Every time I've spoken to you between episodes, I've been like, come on, I miss the voice. So yeah, so we're gonna be down our human sorcerer. We're down our human horse sorcerer today, but we still have a kobold fighter, and we have a Furbolg barbarian, and we have a Triton cleric. So I think we'll be okay. And we have we have a cowardly lion several stories down.
Monster Party.
Yeah, monster party. Yeah, the only
Cowardly
The
lion.
monsters remain.
Yeah, like the cowardly lion. You know, she doesn't have
Azaka.
courage. Yeah.
Yeah, she's
No courage.
No courage to be had. But we do have some giant dinosaur men. So if you like giant pterosaur men who are here to rip it up, you're in the right place.
who are here to rip it up.
That's
Yeah.
right. And by it, I mean your flesh, not the dance floor. So we're this is episode number 6, and we're going 4 hours today. Today is the very first of the longer episodes. So we're gonna go for an extra hour this session. And I hope that if you stay tuned through the whole thing, you'll stick around afterwards. The Wizards Extra Life charity stream stuff is going on. It's the beginning of the live stream for that. So I'll tell you a little bit more about it at the end of the show. But for now, ripping and tearing.
Does one of these guys have giant guts?
Yeah, I hope. You're the ones that have giant guts. So let's take a look at how that's gonna go. So we're partway into Les Arts de Combat.
Les Arts de Combat, really?
Yep. And and so here we are. This is where we're at. So most of the way up, the mighty stone spire of Firefinger, the torch, one of the last remaining of the elder torches of Chult, a mighty magical flame burning atop its spire. Our brave PCs have been clambering up its sides and guts on their way to the top to retrieve a wooden mask in exchange for the services of their guide, Azaka Stormfang. Now, Azaka, partway up, became afeared of the climb. She has a deep and dreadful fear of heights, and so was unable to be convinced to climb. So combat broke out partway up between the terrafolk that dwell in this spire and our beleaguered players.
So, may I ask a question?
Uh-huh.
So it sounds like there's some lore here about these torches of Chult.
Yeah. I don't think it's something that any of the characters would necessarily know, except for maybe Malik, who's currently unconscious under a terrafolk. But the Firefinger is the flame is magical, and there used to be many more of them throughout the jungle, but the spell plague rendered most of them non-functional.
These mysterious, relics of a bygone age where someone lit a bunch of fires.
Yeah.
Cool.
Someone lit a bunch of fires.
As they do in the bygone age. The bygone age had many a flame. Fire was all over the place. So there are two adult terrafolk clamoring to get at you. And then there is a larger member of the terrafolk with a big old scar on him who seems to be the boss terrafolk. Now Malik went down and is pinned beneath this terrafolk, but thankfully Malik's brave protector, Little Fox, stands hammer at the ready with 9 more rounds of rage for this terrafolk, and you have the advantage of being not advantage with a capital A, but advantage with the lowercase narrative A. The advantage of being jammed in the corner here. So like this terrafolk is the only terrafolk that can get at you. You don't have a pile of them all slashing at you all at once. So I think that this fight might still be winnable if I were to offer my thoughts.
I agree, certainly. But we've said this before at the beginning of shows. I seem to remember some other D&D shows where Adam said, "Oh yeah, this fight will be fine," and then we all died.
Don't listen to me. Don't use this for
this
for tactical information. I'm just saying I believe in you because you're my friends and I know you're good at Dungeons and Dragons.
Well, thank you.
So Dave has mentioned that he doesn't. It's not that he doesn't care, but he's okay with whatever happens. He's happy to make a new character if his character dies. He's happy to continue with Malik. I have some thoughts about what we'll do if Malik survives the battle. But let's get to that when we get to it. Let's not count our terrafolk before they've hatched.
Oh God, not more aren't gonna hatch, are they?
Arcturus, it is your turn. You are standing with Little Fox directly ahead of you, and then right behind that, cowering or readying themselves to fight, whichever, depending on your opinion.
Crossbow between legs.
Ishi Snaggletooth, and then you have your back to a pile of dead terrafolk.
Yes,
It's a small mountain of dead
much
terrafolk.
hammered and pulped dead terrafolk.
There's like
Little Fox pushed back into the cave.
Yeah, Tetsuo style, like dripping from the ceiling. But Arcturus, it is your turn.
Yeah, I have a question.
Heck
Do
yeah.
we have a healing potion still, or have we used that?
I have a healing potion.
She has a healing potion. Yes.
And is the terrafolk that is standing on top of Malik, do they look like they have, are there any like bloody messes on them, or are they?
That one has been injured. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's actually not. I'm gonna take off his flight icon because he's actually like perched on the edge.
And that's not the one with the big scar.
No, the big scar one is this guy here.
Okay. And that one is also hanging out on the cliff.
That one's flying. These two are flying at this farther terrafolk is flying at 40 feet above you.
Right.
This one here is at eye level, more or less, like trying to get in.
It's like just alighting.
Yeah,
upon-
he's basically standing by.
Okay.
Terrafolk leader standing by.
That's right. Green one standing by.
So
Does that make you the exhaust port of the Death Star?
Yes.
I guess it does. All right, cool. Okay.
Friggin' Porkins terrafolk.
So there is a thing that I can do. And like it depends. You're raging though, so you want to attack them, right? Like
Yeah,
that's
I need to continually hit
them.
or be hit by things in order to maintain my rage.
okay. In which case, I think that I am going to guiding bolt the terrafolk. So then you'll have advantage on your next thing, and that one will just probably die forever.
Hopefully mush it, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're going to guiding bolt the one directly in front of you, the one that's currently being engaged.
Yeah, the one that is the big fat.
Oh
mean-
yeah. 21 will definitely do it. Yeah.
Okay. And that's at level 1. 15 radiant damage.
Fantastic. A sound hit. We've seen your radiant guiding bolt attack before, right?
Guiding bolt is like the god ray from the bottom of the ocean, like where it's got like those little weird like water I don't know what that effect is called. The
The
thing that-
refraction of
Yeah,
like
the
light on
refraction,
wall.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, unlike the peaceful refraction of the sun through the ocean, this hurts real bad.
Yes.
And the Terrafolk squalls in pain as the searing light of the oceanic sun burns it.
And then next attack has advantage.
Yes, yeah, and it's illuminated by these patterns of blue-green light, setting it up as a
Yeah, I
fine
imagine them
strike.
like hanging around it, sort of thing. It's like weird.
Now remember too, Little Fox and Arcturus, you have bless. Don't forget
Yes.
that's still
Oh,
going.
so it's
What
an
does
attack
this
roll or
do?
saving throw. You can add a D4.
That's right.
Okay, cool.
And you can always add that D4 until I have
So-
to make a concentration.
So
Continually every round.
the only Terrafolk that can make an attack right now is the one that is jammed up that just got radiant damage. So it's going to make some attacks on Little Fox. It gets to make 1 bite and 2 claw attacks, but I think because it's got Malik pinned down, it's gonna have to use like 1 bite and 1 claw because they have wings and the
it's
claw attacks are
maintaining
its
the
feet.
grapple
Yeah, it's
on
gonna
him.
maintain the grapple and yeah. So here comes the bite, which is a hit. This damage is halved, right? Because you're raging.
Yeah, because I'm raging, so,
So you take
4.
8, which is reduced to 4. And then the second one is a claw attack, which is also a hit, but only for 1.
Which gets reduced to half.
It's 3 reduced to half, which is 1.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Sorry,
So-
I'm just 6. Never mind. Yeah.
Yeah, making no effort to defend yourself. Your rage fully, you're covered in green Terrafolk blood. The thing pecks and claws savagely at you, screaming in prehistoric rage.
As Little Fox is like climbing onto it to smash it in the head with her hammer.
So the lead Terrafolk, who has actually been injured, he again is like clamoring for a way in. And the other one I think is going to descend to ground level, or eye level, I guess, with you. But again, same thing. Like they have no way to access you.
I love the idea of them like clinging to the side of the thing.
Yeah, like trying to get their head in, like peck at you. Yeah, totally. Okay, Little Fox.
All right, so I'm gonna
Smash this nerd.
hit it with my maul with
Okay,
advantage.
Advantage. Ooh, good thing you have advantage. Yep, you hit
I
it.
had it. For 14 plus 2 for 16 damage.
Fantastic.
And
All
yeah,
right.
I think she just like grabbed onto its like neck and is smashing its face with her.
Yeah.
Like it's
So you grab onto it and you smash its head in, and it tumbles backwards. One of its claws scraping against the edge of the path, the other trying to grab at Malik as it dies, and it's like gonna maybe drag his body off the edge. If you want to use your reaction to do something to try and grab it, it means you'll lose any attack of opportunity or any other reaction you would have, but you could try to grab Malik before the Terrafolk's body like tears him and pulls him off the edge.
would love to
Okay.
do that.
All right.
Because I think part of her like zealousness to murder this thing was to get her friend.
Yeah, totally. So I think in this case, probably like athletics, maybe just to like lunge out and grab him.
Sure.
Okay,
So I have advantage on this because I'm raging.
that's right.
Get
Yeah,
an
yeah.
8, but I can
Ooh.
add a D4.
You can. Yeah.
Two.
So I get an 11.
Hold on. No, so the bless is only
Attack rolls or saving throws.
attack rolls or saving throws. That's right.
Okay, so then I get an 8.
Okay. All right. So an 8, unfortunately, is not sufficient to get him. Like you lunge forward. What does this look like? So we know the result, right? This thing is going to pull Malik off the edge and tumble off into the jungle.
I think this is just that she's like too preoccupied with murder at the end of the day.
Oh, so it's
Okay.
the rage, and maybe you don't even really like notice.
She doesn't. Yeah, she's too busy like killing it after it's dead to notice that. Yeah, he's like falling away.
Okay. All right. So the last we see of Malik is this Terrafolk's claw grabbing in its death throes onto his body as it tumbles backwards and spirals down, and we see it hit the top of the tree cover and then vanish onto the ground somewhere. So, Ishi, it is your turn.
Here's the question, Adam.
Yes.
Can I, from where I am right now, see that guy?
Yeah, sure.
Because it looks to me like I can. But
Yeah,
just wanna
I mean,
make
I
sure.
think
All
like
right. Then I am
think
going to.
I think he's got some cover if you want to shoot at him from where you're standing.
I'm gonna fire my crossbow.
Okay.
Most of his mass is concealed, but yeah, it makes sense.
Fire my crossbow because what else am I gonna do? Let's be honest. Unless somebody needs a healing potion, in which case I can do that.
Well, I'm at the back, so I think I'm okay right now.
Yeah, you're probably all right.
But yeah, I will. I can't heal myself.
What about you?
I'm at 50% here, so I wouldn't mind getting.
Yeah, you know what?
That's
You're
totally
just like,
fine.
I don't think I can. I don't think I can feed it to you though.
Drink
Can I?
this.
I can't like.
You can hand
use a
it.
healing potion on you,
You can hand it to me, and I get to
but
grab
then
it.
you have to do it, right? Like.
I have to quaff it on my turn.
Yeah, quaffing takes an action. Either of you could, as a turn, like take it out of Ishi's backpack because you know it's there. Ishi just needs to have their back to you, and that's no big deal because you're all assumed to be moving around in that 5-foot space. So on your turn, you could like draw and quaff.
Okay, so I don't have to hand it as an action.
No, if someone else is adjacent to you, they can draw and quaff in one.
All right,
action.
cool.
Like drawing a weapon
So-
as you move or whatever, right?
So then I think the best action is to shoot the big.
The big one? Okay,
Yeah.
sure. So he's got a +2 to AC, I think, for like
That's-
the lowest version of cover.
That's fine. I twang my crossbow.
Boing.
13.
A 13 is a hit. Yes.
Sweet. Ooh. And 10 piercing damage.
Nice. Okay. Good stuff.
Just the Ishi through the legs of Little Fox. Like,
So even despite the oh, you only got a 13. Roll bless. Oh, you don't have bless.
I don't
Shit,
have
I
bless.
forgot the cover. Yeah, so you don't hit him. Maybe you think
Oh,
that you got the
okay.
hit, but the stone deflected the arrow and it just nicks him.
right on.
Yeah, you're so close though. Do you want to move? Do you want to do anything else?
I can't really.
Okay.
The only thing I could do is put myself into really bad danger. So
Yeah.
I'll just stay
Now
where I am.
of the three of you, you're small, right? Like your size?
I am small.
So
yes.
you could squeeze through this like Terrafolk mess if you need to.
Okay.
Just as
Well,
to let
right
you know.
now I'm trying to provide support
Yeah,
here.
of course.
if possible.
Okay, Arcturus.
I don't have any spells left, and I don't really have I am not small, and I don't probably have a good shot on either of these guys. I think I'm going to cast guidance on Little Fox.
Okay, guidance. So guidance only affects like skill or ability checks, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still could be helpful because we've seen them grapple stuff. You know.
I mean, it's just I can't see them. I can't go back. I can't dart out, try to grab Malik because he's gone. So yeah, all I've got
a lot of options at this
all
point.
I've got is fog cloud now because that's my extra spell from being a Triton. If he wanted me to cloud the entrance so they couldn't get at us, and then we can try and go out the back. But I feel like our best bet is to try and attack these guys while we're in a narrow corridor. Oh, guidance is also concentration?
Yeah, if you cast guidance, you'll lose bless.
Oh, yeah,
Never
don't
mind.
do that.
Bless is better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bless is much better in this.
Can you take a shot with cover, something like that?
I mean, I could, but I have less line of sight on these guys than you did.
You have no line of sight to either of these
okay.
guys. No,
Alright.
there's,
Yeah.
there's no way. I
All right.
can't-
Well, we just have to wait.
Yeah, so I guess then I don't cast guidance. Maybe I just cry. No, I'm
You
kidding.
could try and clear some of this shit from behind us. We've got
no, remember you can move through your friends and back, so you could move up, take a shot, and move back. Well, no,
Nah,
then you'll be in attack of
no,
opportunity
because then
range
he's
from this guy.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think staying put is the best call
Yeah.
for this round, and then next round you can do some. Cool
You
Yeah,
also
maybe-
you can
maybe
also
I
hold
do,
your you can also hold your action, right?
Okay.
Yeah, shoot a thing that comes into view.
Line of
Yeah,
sight.
yeah, I'll definitely do. That's a good idea. I will shoot anything that comes into the view of this narrow hallway.
There
All
you
right.
go.
There you go. Do it. So all you do is wait a moment, and then the big guy finally sees his opening and lunges in.
And I have
You have bless. Yeah.
1d4.
Roll well on this. Hey, you hit him.
13. Yeah.
So you see his shadowy bulk illuminated from behind by the orange red of the sunrise now, because you raided overnight. And you see this bulk suddenly come into view, his hateful yellow eyes ready for violence, and then you deal him 7 piercing damage with your crossbow.
Yes, I do that.
All right.
Zaka springs into the cave. Like, hey, I'm here to help.
I'm here to help you on my face.
No.
All right, cool. So now the Terrafolk will get to go. So big guy is going to make, he gets to make 3 attacks. So here they come. So here's the bite, which is a hit for 5.
Yep.
And then
for 2.
And then a claw. To ignore the crit, it's just 3. And then another claw. All right, so three hits, all dramatically reduced. Are you still up and fighting? Yeah, you are.
Yeah. So there's lots of like her getting
These die rolls though.
I know. Well, these things have an easy time hitting you, but because you're rage, you can barely feel it. You can see your flesh being rent. But yeah, the mighty, like the big grizzled Terrafolk flies in, claws out, slashing at you, and snarls. And I think that on that last swipe when he hits you, maybe you register it, maybe you don't, because you're all caught up in your rage. He says, "Soon you will meet your friend, cracked upon the stones of the ground." And he like lunges at you, clawing your body.
Crush this nerd.
It's your turn.
Drink a potion.
Yeah, because you're out of healing spells, huh?
You
I'm
can
out
take,
of
take
all
the
I have
potion if
is
you think
fog
that's a better
cloud
idea.
cantrips. And I don't have any healing cantrips.
A little bit of a tricky situation. I mean, I guess he doesn't have any choice but to hit me, so my rage won't go away, even if I drink the potion.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just very abruptly, this hand just like reaches back, like into your bag, picks up.
I feel like this is one of those situations where Ishi's trying to help you as much as possible because she knows if she doesn't, she's gonna get picked up and like thrown into this Terrafolk.
Yeah, so she's just like blindly pawing behind her while like swinging at this thing with her hammer, trying to like fit it back. And then like wrestles the potion along with like 8 other things out of your backpack, and it all like spills everywhere. And she just like bites through the glass, spits it out.
I love the idea of instead of drinking the potion, you just take the whole bottle, shove it in your mouth, chew it, and swallow.
Like she goes to bite the cork off, but kind of overdoes it and just gets to the neck of the bottle, but then just tears that off anyways.
Listen, let's be real. This has happened to everybody. You know, you got a bottle of wine you want to open. You don't have a bottle opener, so you just bite the top off it and just pour the wine down your throat.
So yeah, it's like a whole fucking disastrous situation.
Just like shards of glass in your mouth.
She drinks the potion.
That's what matters here. Okay.
How much does the potion heal me?
2d4 plus 2.
Yeah. Pray for a large number.
I require a large number. I get a 6.
6 is okay.
Yeah. I mean, that's 12 points of damage you can now take. So
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
And with my movement, I flex.
all right, cool.
No, I don't know. I just hang out. I can't really go anywhere.
The Terrafolk matches your flexing, these little wings.
Patwang!
There you go.
Wow!
There's that 10 that you got from last time.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So the two of them are tangling. You know, you've still got your hammer in one hand, right? So you're kind of like bashing him in the face while you're drinking the potion, little fox. And then you hear
just like holding him off. Right?
Yeah, you hear the snap of the crossbow from behind you, and a quarrel flies past and buries itself.
This one was like really way too close to your thigh. Like I let it up like a little too close.
Yeah.
I love too that at this range, it's just like the arrow just like appears in like it's so fast, right? So the coral is just there suddenly.
Cool. All right, Arcturus.
Okay. I guess I would probably also fire at this guy. I think our main thing right now is getting these people out of the way.
Yeah, keep firing.
Yeah. So
remember to track ammunition too.
Right. Thank you for that. Wow. And then, so yeah, I I guess I'm just like looking behind me and being like, ah, like corpses, and then like looking to the side and wishing that I could just like dart into that hole where there's a fire and it's nice. But also like these are, I mean, you guys have been protecting me, so I feel obligated to help you out, even though I'm severely injured and not very happy about it. So yeah, I will continue to, from the safety of my little alcove, fire crossbow bolts.
Okay.
That definitely hits.
Mm-hmm.
And does 11 damage.
Nice.
Whoa,
Wow.
right in the eyeball.
Good one. All right. So yeah, the leader of the Terrafolk is now bristling with crossbow bolts.
Yeah. Turns out this hallway's full of crossbows.
Yeah, it's a prickly hallway, and his blood is streaming down his chest, down his claws, and onto the ground. He probably's only got one round left in him. Let's see what he can do with it. Little Fox, here comes a bite attack for nothing. Oh, he misses.
Yes.
Lucky you. All right, and then 2 claw attacks. Oh, he's worn the hell down.
Turns out
nothing.
Yes!
Just
Adam
like
can actually roll poorly.
just yes, screaming in rage and pain, trying to get at you, but it's not doing.
Turns out crossbow bolts are negatory.
Little Fox, you want to try and finish this thing off?
I will give him a sound drubbing, Adam. Such drubbing you will receive. Behold.
You do indeed drub him soundly.
For 15 damage.
15 damage is enough to drub him into oblivion.
Yes.
CG.
So, yeah, she like slams this potion. Dude gets a couple arrows in him, and then it's just like hits the one arm as it's like coming for her, like breaks it horribly, so his wings all like mangled, and then just like clocks him in the face, shatters his tiny weird birdo head.
All right. So yeah. So he same thing. Like he snaps one more time at you. His beak closes in the air in front of you because he's falling backwards. And then your last slam to his chest, shatters his ribs, and his body falls backwards, claws scraping feebly one last time at the edges of Firefinger before he flies down into the darkness. Now, with their leader defeated, the one remaining Terrafolk, I'm gonna make a wisdom save here for him. And I think.
Oh, also my rage ends because he didn't actually hit me. I
That's right.
He didn't. So.
Yeah.
So
wait, you attacked though.
Yeah.
Not the turn before.
Not the turn before.
Yeah, it ends now.
Okay.
Yeah, it ends at the start of my turn.
Yeah. So let me just see what the wisdom save is here, and let me see. If the opposition group's leader can't make it, on a failed save, okay, he flees by the most expeditious route. All right, so we're gonna make a morale save for him. DC 10, but with disadvantage. So we'll take the lower of these two. Oh yeah, 2. All right. So with his leader dead, this Terrafolk here, I think he watches he's flapping. He watches the guy fall, and he looks at you and looks at the body, and then says to himself or to like anyone else who's listening, he says, Narak is dead. Shruk is leader of pack now. And then he looks like he's getting ready to attack you, and then he's just like, Shruk the Wise, and he flies off. So I'm gonna rename this guy. This is now Shruk.
Shruk the Wise. Good job, dude. You made a smart decision.
Shruk flees, and there is no more.
Shruk the Wise, indeed.
And he takes off, and you can see from here, Little Fox, as he flees, that the two elder ones that you didn't murder from inside, they follow after him, so they also leave.
Yeah. And
good.
Little Fox lets out this
Nemesis
loud, deep roar at them as they run away.
Yeah. All right. So, suddenly, silence.
Okay, so we're alive. Where's Malik?
I might have. I think that, and then Mark Turris like points outside.
Yeah, Little Fox just points down and shrugs. And then quickly cast you to where the fire is. And starts
just
really,
shoulders fast.
I really hope that I don't get in trouble for this. For the whole you're supposed to protect them thing that I'm supposed to be doing.
You don't necessarily have to tell them.
Maybe he's okay. Let's. Do
you want to go look?
We're up here now. It's best that we finish doing whatever it is. Get the mask for. Where is Azaka anyway?
Malik said before he, that she was afraid and would not climb higher on the tower.
Well, let's see if we can find the thing that we're supposed to be here for, and then go back down after that.
One wonders if a simple wooden mask is really worth a man's life.
I'm willing to bet that it's not a simple wooden mask, and that in fact it's something else, but we'll find it anyway. So, Little Fox has disappeared. Little Fox, where did you go?
Into the room.
She is warming her hands by the fire and scraping away the gore and mess.
All right, you sit tight right here, and I'll get through that. There's a pile of mashed corpses.
Now that it's not a big deal, you can drag them and just pull them out of the way. It'll be hard for you, Ishi, but it can be done.
Scrabble through them.
You can squeeze past.
And try and Oh, there's something here. Never mind.
There is indeed. So you can squeeze through, and you squeeze through the other side, and you can see in the corner over here, tied up and gagged, a body. It appears to be alive because it's moving around a little bit. And it's mumbling and trying to talk through the gag. It is a bird type of a creature. Now I know the token looks like an eagle kind of guy, but this is a Chultan version of one of these guys, so it's more like a parrot. So he's like
a parrot
green,
guy.
Green
is it
and blue.
Aarakocra?
You don't know it's there.
Just
Chill your shit. So, blue and green plumage, a hooked yellow beak, big, bright, intelligent orange eyes, wings that are bound to its shoulders and bound by vines, its hands to its chest, and it's looking at you, and it's got some kind of ball of dried leaves on a rope, jammed into its mouth. It's like.
So I get through this pile of corpses, come out the other side, and see it. And then turn around I think they have a prisoner.
I don't think that myself or Little Fox can get through that hole that you made.
I'll deal with it. I'll let him out. This gonna be fine.
One questions if you should. We don't know that he's friendly. Just because he's tied up.
Just move the bodies a little bit, and then you can come here too. But we just defeated the people who were... Never mind. I'm gonna untie him. I'll go over to the
Little Fox. Please help me with.
So it's dark. It's dark in here, and this thing doesn't make any indication it can see you. You can see it. So tell me what you do.
Hello.
And it starts and makes a kind of a startled squawking noise.
Now, as you may be able to hear, I am not one of those things. Maybe you can't see me.
Yeah, his big parody eyes are very wide, dilated as far as they go, but it's dark.
Do I have a light source? I do not have a light source, so I got nothing to do anything there. But so I reach forward to get some of these the vines around his mouth or whatever, and try and pull them off.
Okay. Do you have a knife or something?
I have a rapier. Can I rapier them off?
You can stab it slowly until a hole got punched in it.
Presumably, she has a knife of some kind.
I think you can just untie them. They're knotted. The Terrafolk don't have like they have opposable thumbs, but
I will
barely,
use
right?
my pet mouse to chew the ropes off.
All right, so you untie the ropes around its mouth, but you want to keep it bound up, otherwise.
Just until like it responds in some way.
Okay, yeah. So it there's a startled noise that Malik and Little Fox can hear that comes from the other side of the room.
Malik is dead.
Or sorry, Arcturus and Little Fox. Malik can't hear it. Malik's ghost hears it. So you hear this like, "Ah!" and then it kind of like tries to move, and like its feathers all stand up, and then it says, "Who's there?"
No need to worry. It is I, Ichi Snaggletooth, duelist extraordinaire and slayer of terrafolk now as well.
What is the Snaggletooth?
Never mind. I'm gonna let you out, okay? We're looking for something here. Maybe you can help us find it.
Yes, help. Untie your ropes.
Of course. Just roll over there, you know.
Okay, yeah, so you're like cutting out, and so there's a ruffling of feathers as the creature stands. It's a little shorter than a human, like around 5 feet, maybe 4 feet, somewhere in that range. Bigger than you, but shorter than your companions. And then it puffs up, and all of its feathers kind of stand up on end, and it gets all like big, and it kind of shakes his feathers out. He stretches his arms and legs, and his wings all stretch out. And you can hear his claws clicking on the stone, and he says, much better. Thank you, Snaggletooth."
You're most welcome. But I have a question. We're looking for a wooden mask that these terrafolk have. I don't suppose you've seen anything?
No mask. No. None seen.
Oh. Well, and who might you be, and why you were tied up here?
I am Nefir, prisoner, come from Kirsabal.
I don't know where that is. You should meet my friends. They will probably know more than I do.
Yeah, and he's reaching out, trying to like put his hand on your shoulder, but he thinks you're much taller than you are.
Down here.
And and then just like a feathered talon hand just like goes on your face and kind of like feels out your head.
Okay, we'll get some light for you.
And I turn around and like head back towards the corpse pile, which I assume has been moved.
I don't know. Yeah, Arcturus, are you trying to like move the bodies?
I mean, like I yelled to Little Fox. Would Little Fox help me?
Little Fox is done. Little Fox has had a long day.
So Little Fox, you're sitting down. There's this fire, this like smoky kind of oily fire. They're not very good at making fires. The chamber is hot and smoky, and all around you are shards and scrapings from bones, and it looks like the elders that were sitting around here were carving like totems out of bone. So there's like these bits of bone and like unfinished carvings sitting about.
I think I'm probably like trying, like I'm standing by the corpse pile, and I'm just like, and like going to like touch like something to try and pull it, and being like, and just like, you know, like I'm trying to be productive, but then I get like, this is really gross, and so
Hey, have you moved these things yet? You haven't moved these things yet. They're still in the same place. I got a person back here, bird person. They're a prisoner. They want to meet you, but they can't squeeze through the hole.
Is it another terrafolk?
No, this one has feathers.
And you hear from behind Ishi, not terrafolk, I.
Would I like recognize just from like bird person and like, I mean, are there other bird people that aren't Arakokra?
Sure, yes.
Okay, then I'm just like, well, we're trying. It would help if Little Fox wasn't just sitting there.
And there's like a long sigh, and then she like gets back on her feet and goes over and just like
She can't hear any of this, so she's just like, she's doing the whole like,
You don't tell little fox that she can't take a break. She's been working very hard.
Like push one of the corpses from the other side and like
Yeah,
not
just
very
big
well.
old hand reaches in, just like grabs a handful of,
Ew.
drags it out the cave.
Okay.
Gross.
All right. So you clear the bodies out of the way. And so Ishi, you appear in the cave mouth, and then behind Ishi, Arcturus, you see. Now I don't think you've seen this variant before, but despite being a parrot person, it's definitely an Aarakocra. He's wearing like tattered clothes. He looks like he was in a fight. No armor, but tattered clothing. Has bright colored plumage. He's an adult male, and you see him.
Arcturus, prisoner, Arcturus.
I do that thing where, like, when you see someone that you expect to know a language that you know, you like get really excited and talk to them like in that language. Like, look, I can let me share. Like, I lived with the and it's like this guy's probably like.
What language are you speaking?
Aarakocran.
Okay.
I would like.
I think so. Looking at the Aarakocra, the character sheets, I want to see because I don't think they have their own language. I think you. Oh no, they do. Yep.
They do.
Okay.
From what we've discussed before. Either that or it would be the primordial language of air, which
Orin.
I would know too.
Yeah.
Orin.
Well, so you do know that one as well.
I think we had this discussion and it was going to be Orin, but then we're like, no, they actually have their own language. Sure. I just know primordial,
right? Not
like specific, like. Okay. So, but I think it would be Aarakocran.
Okay. So you speak it, and I think it's a sound. It's a series of like chirps and clicks and like bird sound. And so, and he starts a little bit, like he kind of like starts back and his feathers poof up again. And he looks at you and like cocks his head and says, in Aarakocran, you speak our tongue well, fish creature. Where did you learn it?
I would go on this like probably way too convoluted explanation of how I lived amongst like the Aarakocran people in like this other, not this island. And like, it's so strange to meet like an Aarakocran here, and like so sorry that you were tied up and everything, but glad to have an opportunity to learn from you about the Aarakocran that live in Chult, and probably just like really, really excited and scholarly and forgetting that we're here with
you're being a huge nerd.
Yeah.
He watches you like while you spew Aarakocran, and to Ishi and Little Fox, you're watching Arcturus, because I think that it's a combination of like body language and speech too. So Arcturus is like kind of like puffing his chest out and like making clucking sounds, like moving his head, and the two of them seem to be communicating, or at least Arcturus is communicating at the Aarakocra.
As soon as it became a language that I couldn't speak, I washed my hands of it and went to go sit with Little Fox by this greasy fire, being like,
that was a good job. You did a good job.
You know, like.
So Nefir says to you, Arcturus, when you're finished babbling, he says, I am Warrior Nefir, third fang of the 5th Squadron. I hail and so like his like he's able to communicate so much more in bird language than he can in common. And he says we or I guess third Talon of the 5th Squadron of Kir Sabal. I am a warrior and a scout. I was captured by the Terrafolk some days ago and have been their prisoner here in Firefang ever since. And he looks past you and says, I give you and your friends thanks for rescuing me. These Terrafolk are a blight, a menace.
Did you, and this is the whole like, have you never tried, they seem to be capable of communication. I mean, it's really terrible that they captured you, but they didn't, kill you outright. Do you know, I mean, I feel bad. about and like gestures to like remaining corpse goo.
Yeah, he looks down at the blood like all over the floor, and he says to you, he puts a hand on your shoulder. He reaches up, puts a hand on your shoulder, looks seriously at you, and says, "The world is a dark place and full of monsters, innocent one. Do not fear. You have done a great deed this day." And then in common to Ishi, he says, "Ground creatures, good job," and like gives a little thumbs up to you. And he turns back and he says, "I would return to my people in Kirsabal," and like looks longingly at the door.
Absolutely. But I really would love to accompany you, or at least perhaps make. Would you, on this map, mind pointing out? I mean, obviously, I don't want to intrude, but I mean, it would be lovely to.
Hey, Arcturus!
What?
Did you learn anything about the mask that we're supposed to be here for?
Right, yes. And then goes back to talking about Kirsabal and how he wants to visit.
Yeah, so he heard Ishi, and he says to you, "Your small companion mentioned you were looking for a mask, an artifact of some kind that the Terrafolk have stolen. I have not seen this mask. They keep most of their treasures up above. I think you will find it there if you're willing to make the climb. Now that you've driven them away," and he like nods solemnly, "all the spoils are yours."
Yes. I mean, we've climbed this far. We'll surely go further. But really, Kirsabal, like, could you, and like holds out a map, like, would it be okay if I were to come visit?
He looks at the map and he looks at you and he says, "I owe you a debt, my life, in exchange for the location of Kirsabal. But I promise you this," and he like raises a serious finger. "If you bring misfortune to my people, you or your friends, a black wind will blow across the graves of your ancestors for 1,000 generations." He like squints.
I would love to see a wind find the graves of my ancestors under the deep oceans of the plain. Never mind. I'm gonna shut up. But yes, understood.
All right, so let's take a look at your map.
These birds don't mess around.
Of course they don't.
Your wind on your ancestors.
Yeah, serious business. So
Causing your wind on your ancestors that live on a primordial plane of
Listen,
water.
man, the black wind of Aarakocra justice blows across all universes. We don't fuck around.
You're right, Adam. It blows across all universes.
It doesn't matter what universe you're in. That shit blows something fierce. All right, so let me zoom in on the old Mapperino here. So Kirsabal is down here. Boop.
Neato.
Yeah.
And then Oralunga is where the psychic lady, witch lady, I don't remember how she was described, that might know how to find the place.
Yeah,
where
so currently you're here. Oralunga is 220 miles this way, past Camp Righteous and Camp Vengeance. And then
I want to go to Camp Righteous. I bet you that's full of flaming fists, guys.
so Oralunga's over there. And then down here is Kirsabal, somewhere in this region where the Aarakocra live.
This port, is that like an actual city?
Which one?
Port Castigliar?
Port Castigliar?
Yeah.
I don't know. You could make a history check to see what you know about Port Castigliar.
Oh, I was just wondering, like, Port Nianzaro is a city that people know of. I'm assuming that
there are, along the coast, there are many settlements, both available for use and not. Some of them are military outposts that the Flaming Fist have not abandoned yet. Some of them, however, are like overrun ports that were destroyed by monsters.
Yeah, like former human settlements and stuff like that.
Okay, well, we can talk about that after we're done with Firefinger.
Yeah. We'll take a second to like look over the map, and you can decide where you want to go next. Yeah, so now you know where Kirsabal, home of the Aarakocra in the jungle, are, which I know you're hype about. As soon as chat saw there was an Aarakocra, somebody was like, "I bet $10 Blue Jay is gonna drag them all to Kirsabal." Here we go. So let me pull you back to Firefinger, and we'll finish with this. So, yeah. So is there anything else that you want to talk to Nifir about before you go? I
I feel like for the most part, the like parting, like I would let Little Fox and Ishi know like that Nefir was gonna go join his people and probably be like, obviously he would know less about what's going on in the jungle, having like flew over it. But if they knew of anything specifically that we should like avoid or places that we could safely rest.
So you ask him like, where's, so let's have that conversation. So he points out on the map, like Kirsabal is here.
Yeah.
And then looks at you solemnly, despite being like a cute little parrot man.
Yeah.
And then, what do you say?
I would be like, of course, you may leave and rejoin your people, but perhaps before you go, like, is there any information that you can give us to aid us in safe passage? Flying over the jungle is probably a different perspective than wading through it. If you know of any places that we should avoid or places that would be safe to rest on our journey from, I would probably be like, I mean, I don't know if I'm like, we're going to go straight from here to Kirsabal, but like probably our journey on this like side of the, like, because eventually I want to go to Kirsabal. So it would mostly be from like here to there if they have any.
So he says to you, he looks at you solemnly again and says, he says the Aarakocra are blessed to have a kingdom in the sky. We are free of most of the dangers of this hellish place. The jungle floor is a mess of doom and terrible creatures. I pity you and your two pathetic legs. And he looks down at them, and he looks at you, and says, but perhaps if you are worthy. And he like puts a claw up and kind of like thinks a minute.
Brushing his little feathers.
Yeah, this is the thing that parrots actually do. They'll put their talent, like they'll scratch their whole head with one hand. So he like just puts his hand up and just kind of like scratches his head like he's thinking, and then he brings his hand back down and he says, if you come to Kirsabal, seek out Ashara. And he nods solemnly. She may be able to help you avoid the worst of the jungle's terrible rot.
Ashara.
And he nods. Cool. Okay. So I think he pulls a couple of javelins from the dead bodies, like packs, because they were carrying them. They just never got a chance to use them. Picks them up, puts them in his pouch, and then he goes to go past you, Arcturus. Okay. All right. So he moves past you, and before he does, he looks into the room and sees the two of you, and in common says to you, Ishi, thank you for saving. And then to Little Fox says, strange, neither little nor fox. And then just walks past you on his little legs. He kind of like hops out towards the edge.
You're welcome.
And and he like fluffs up his feathers, takes one last look over at you, Arcturus, nods, and then takes off into the sky.
Little Fox like chucks one of these bone totems into the fire, like crosses her arms.
So, good talk.
Yes. Nefir told me of the Aarakocran city in the sky, and I mean, obviously we have a task, but maybe they know something about the death. We should go there after this.
How do you get to a city in the sky when you can't fly?
They said to find an Ashara. Perhaps I forgot to ask where to find the Ashara. I mean, would he have
He said if you come to Kirsabal, seek out Ashara. So she's there.
Oh, in Kirsabal. Okay. So and then I would be like, I lived with Aarakocran for over a year. I know how to get to their cities. It's fine.
All right then, but let's see if we can find this mask, shall we?
He said it would be on the roof with the rest of their treasures.
Oh, good! More climbing!
Yeah, now there's no you saw this before, Ishi. There's no like ladder anywhere else on the outside, but there was a chimney in the other one that the elders like climbed up to get onto the roof to flee.
Hmm.
All right then. I suppose we'll go up that way.
And that was in the other over here.
Yeah, you can see it right there.
Here, come on. Give me a lift up here.
Last time I did that, you fell on me, and I'm not quite in the proper. I'm hurt right now, and I don't think I'm going to stand under you while you try and climb another chimney.
That's fine. Just boost me and then move.
Oh, Arcturus, do you have inspiration?
Nope.
Okay, take it for the awkward conversation with the Aarakocra.
Thank you. I don't really want to take that chance. Little Fox, I have like no health, and if like in any way you like boinked me, I would die.
Fall on you, break your neck, the end.
Yeah.
TPK.
I can't, like, if I help you and anything happens that comes back to me, I die.
This is why I am of the opinion that we take a short rest before moving on. But
We should take a short rest in this nice little cozy, warm place.
Okay, fine. We'll take a break, then we'll check.
and yeah, this is what Little Fox is silently insisting on.
Yeah, Little Fox is just sitting there
Arms
next to the
crossed.
fire. I come back over to where you're sitting, look in, like, so are we going? And you're just sitting there, like,
Well, I think
Yeah, just like staring brutally.
Well, okay, I guess we're staying then.
I think taking a break is a great idea.
Okay.
Let's do that, and when we get back, we will see where y'all end up. All right.
Cool.
Cool. All right. So short break. We will be right back with more Roll20 presents Tomb of Annihilation. Don't go anywhere.